What if I told you that one of the most respected Jewish rabbis of modern times, a man who spent his entire life studying the Torah, the Talmud, and Jewish mysticism, had a secret? A secret so shocking that it could change everything we know about the Messiah. Welcome to the Bible Stories with Gian channel. In 2006, Rabbi Yitzhak Kaduri, one of Israel's most revered and mysterious rabbis, passed away at the astonishing age of 108. His funeral was attended by over 300,000 people, one of the largest gatherings in Israel's history. But it wasn't his death that made headlines. It was what happened after. A year later, a sealed letter he left behind was opened. What was written inside sent shockwaves through the Jewish world. The letter revealed the name of the Messiah, but no one was prepared for what it said. The name hidden in the message was Yeshua, Jesus Christ. How could this be? Why would a legendary rabbi claim that Jesus is the Messiah? And why did his own followers try to suppress this truth? Today we uncover the mystery behind Rabbi Kaduri's shocking revelation and what it means for us today. Who was Rabbi Kaduri? Rabbi Kaduri wasn't just an ordinary rabbi. He was a legend, a scholar of Kabbalah, Jewish mysticism, and a man believed to possess divine wisdom. People said he could foresee future events and that his prayers brought miracles. For decades, thousands flocked to him for guidance. Political leaders, religious scholars, and even ordinary people sought his blessings. His words carried weight, and his influence was unmatched. But in his final years, something changed. He began speaking of the Messiah in ways that startled his followers. He hinted that the true Messiah was already walking among them. And before his death, he left behind a letter, sealed with strict instructions. It must not be opened until 1 year after his passing. Why the secrecy? What was in that letter that had to wait? The shocking prophecy. In 2007, the letter was finally opened. At first glance, it seemed like a simple sentence in Hebrew. Yarim ha'am ve'ochiach, shedvaro vetorato omdim. But when scholars examined it closely, they noticed something strange. The first letter of each Hebrew word spelled out a name, Yehoshua, or in English, Jesus. The revelation was earth-shattering. Rabbi Kaduri, one of the most respected Jewish scholars of the 20th century, had left behind a letter declaring that Jesus Christ is the Messiah. The Jewish world was thrown into chaos. Some celebrated, others were outraged. Many refused to believe it. Denial, controversy, and cover-up. The reaction was immediate and explosive. Religious leaders dismissed the letter as a hoax. Skeptics argued that it must have been forged. Others claimed the rabbi's followers had altered his words to spread Christian beliefs. Even Rabbi Kaduri's own son, David Kaduri, denied it. He insisted that his father never spoke about Jesus and that the letter was fake. But here's where things get even more mysterious. Some of Rabbi Kaduri's closest students came forward, claiming otherwise. They said that in private conversations, the rabbi had indeed spoken of Jesus. Even more shocking, he had allegedly told them to study the New Testament. Could it be that this great rabbi had seen something in the scriptures that others had missed? Something so powerful that he had no choice but to acknowledge it. Messianic prophecies. Did Kaduri discover the truth? The Bible contains prophecies about the Messiah, written hundreds of years before Jesus was born. These prophecies were meant to help the Jewish people recognize their Savior when he arrived. Let's look at a few. Isaiah 53 describes a suffering servant. He was pierced for our transgressions, crushed for our iniquities. The punishment that brought us peace was on him, and by his wounds we are healed. Isaiah 53:5. Who else in history has fulfilled this description? Zechariah 12:10 says, "They will look on me, the one they have pierced, and they will mourn for him as one mourns for an only child. This was written 500 years before Jesus, yet Jesus was the one who was pierced on the cross. Daniel 9:25-26 predicts that the Messiah would come before the destruction of the Second Temple. The temple was destroyed in 70 AD. If the Messiah hasn't come yet, he never will, unless he already has. Could it be that Rabbi Kaduri saw these prophecies and realized what so many before him had missed? Jesus' own words, a prophecy fulfilled? Jesus himself predicted that his own people would reject him, but would one day recognize him. You will not see me again until you say, "Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord." Matthew 23:39. Could Kaduri's revelation be a sign that this prophecy is starting to unfold? That the Jewish people are beginning to recognize their true Messiah, a sign of the end times? The book of Revelation 1:7 says, "Behold, he is coming with the clouds, and every eye will see him, even they who pierced him." This means that before Jesus returns, people will begin to acknowledge him, including those who once rejected him. If Rabbi Kaduri, a man deeply respected in the Jewish world, pointed to Jesus, could this be a sign that we are closer than ever to his return? Why does this matter? This revelation isn't just a historical mystery. It challenges everything we think we know. If Kaduri was right, why is his letter being ignored? Why is there so much resistance to this truth? What does this mean for the Jewish people and for the world? For over 2,000 years, many have waited for the Messiah. But what if he has already come? And what if Rabbi Kaduri, a man who devoted his life to studying the scriptures, saw the truth before he died? Now I turn to you. What do you believe? Was Rabbi Kaduri's letter real, or was it a hoax? Do you think he really named Jesus as the Messiah? And if he did, what does that mean for you? The truth is in the scriptures. Isaiah 53, Zechariah 12:10, Daniel 9. They all seem to describe Jesus so clearly. So I challenge you, read them for yourself. And if you're watching this and you're Jewish, ask yourself, if Jesus really is the Messiah, what will you do with this truth? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this video eye-opening, don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep biblical revelations. God bless you all. Subscribe for more biblical mysteries.